Hey, what is up, guys? Oblivious here, and today we are going to be doing the best assault rifle in Infinite Warfare, in my opinion. We're going to be doing the best class setup, and as you saw before the video, as you're seeing right now on the screen, we're going to be doing the KBAR-32, because the weapon, the assault rifles in this game right now are the NV4, the R3K, the KBAR, the Type 2, and the Volk. So, the Volk was originally everyone's favorite. Everyone loved using it on like competitive and stuff like that. Everyone was saying oh, it's overpowered as fuck. It's like a two-shot. There's not a lot. If you can handle the recoil, it's a very good weapon. Then I'm pretty sure it was this weekend, or I think it was this weekend. The gun actually got nerfed. I'm not sure exactly what they did to it. I just assume that I'm assuming they either increased the recoil a lot, or even slowed the fire rate even more than it already was, or they just decreased the damage. I'm not really sure exactly what they did, but I know it did get nerfed. And I honestly never really liked it originally. I obviously didn't. I never played GBs or competitive with it. But when I used it on maybe it's just I didn't have the right attachments yet unlocked with it. But when I was playing it on pubs, I just didn't really enjoy it that much. I did like the Type 2 actually. That was one of my favorites just because it shot really quick and kind of just destroyed people. The ND4 I think if you use the right attachments, it can be pretty good. But I still don't think it does enough damage. It's kind of just that middle of the line everything and every stat accuracy, damage, range, rate of fire, and mobility. It's just kind of right in the middle of everything. I don't really know what it has the best at. I would assume maybe range or something like that. I'm looking at the stats right now. I mean, I would say the accuracy and the range are the best. It's kind of just one of those weapons the M4A1 and Black Ops. For an MW2 and MW3, just kind of a good weapon, the ACR kind of just a good weapon to use. It doesn't do as much damage as the ACR. The ACR was always the most dominant AR in every game that it was in. But the NV4 is just kind of good. R3K can get it has a lot of one burst potential, and it's only 3 bursts also. It's not even like the M87 for Black Ops 3 where it was a 4 burst, and that gun literally 1 burst. It's so much. But this weapon, I get 1 bursted all the time in this game with this weapon. So I never really used it though. But I'm not really a fan of burst weapons. So for that, I'm just gonna stay away from it because it's very it's very punishing if you're not extremely precise with your shots or extremely accurate. If you miss a burst, you won't have I feel when I have using a KBAR, a Type 2, if I miss a few shots, it's not a big problem because I'm just shooting so many that it's okay. But with this weapon, because there's that burst delay or whatever, it's a very big problem. So then we obviously have the KBAR and the Type 2. I said that I like the Type 2. I really enjoy it. I also like when you split it up, and you can have it two dual wield SMGs. That thing is actually surprisingly really good. It's probably better than some of the 1 or 2 of the SMGs in this game if you use the dual wield Type 2s. But it also has absolutely no hip fire when they're in those modes. And then, as I said, the Volk was apparently the best. I never really enjoyed it that much, but that's bringing me back to the class setup of my favorite weapon, my favorite assault rifle, not my favorite. I think the HVR is still my favorite weapon. I love that gun. But or the what weapon do I really like? The ERAD. I like the ERAD and the RPR. The ERAD and the HVR. I think they're my favorite weapons. But we're going to be talking about the KBAR today because in my personal opinion, it's the best assault rifle. I have been also enjoying the OSA, but that's a classic weapon. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be like the ACR, but it also has a fuck ton of recoil. The KBAR literally has no. It's I think the KBAR is just a lot better than the NV4. It's a version of the NV4, just better at almost everything. So the class setup you saw at the beginning of the screen, we're going to be going into that one right now. So I have the haste. I'm not really sure. It does reload faster when mag is empty, which is actually not really helpful for me because I rarely ever wait till the mag is empty to reload. I'm reloading after every kill, so I guess this weapon actually doesn't really help me that much. I'm not really sure of all the variants of different weapons in the game right now, but I'm sure there's definitely a better one that you can get of the KBAR. So if you have that one, definitely you can use it. It's definitely worth using. I mean, they're all better than the vanilla version of the gun. So one of the biggest things about this class that I'm not actually sure about, that's kind of personal preference, is usually in Black Ops 3 in this game, every single weapon that I've wanted to use a sight on, I've always gone with the ELO. I like the NV4, I love the ELO with the NV4. They just feel so well together. But this is the only weapon that I actually prefer the reflex to as opposed to the ELO in the past two in this Call of Duty and Black Ops 3. I'm not sure what it is about this gun. I really have no idea what it is, but in this gameplay you'll see I was using the reflex, and when I switched over to ELO I would still do good, but I was actually doing a lot better with the reflex. I don't really know why. I think it aims in a little bit more, which is I guess could help in certain situations, but I'm not really sure why. I just like it a lot more especially on this gun. So then we're going to be running with stock, foregrip, and quick draw. Obviously those are the things you always want to use on assault rifle. Every single assault rifle in this game, you should be using these 3 and then like maybe a suppressor if the weapon does enough damage that you can actually have a suppressor. Like these are the 3 attachments you want to have. And then for SMGs, you never want. I don't really like using stock for SMGs because you already aim around quick enough and you're aimed in. But for assault rifles, especially in Jetpack and Call of Duty, when you need to be constant like this, it's extremely helpful to have stock on. Foregrip, obviously. This weapon already really has no recoil, but I literally want it to have like 0. This is like, I remember I made the Peacekeeper best class setup in Black Ops 3, and a lot of people commented saying like, you don't really need not a quick draw, you don't need a foregrip for this weapon, and it ended up being right. Like that gun literally just never has any recoil. So I'm not really sure. I've never really used this gun without foregrip. So if you've used it without foregrip, I mean obviously I have, because when I first used it I didn't have foregrip originally because I don't like the gun doesn't come with attachments. But now that I have foregrip, I like using. I don't know how much of an impact it actually makes, but for me, especially with that extra like range I want to be doing with like a sight, I think that's really helpful. Quick draw, obviously, this game you die so quick, you have to have quick draw. It's a must-have. And then we're going to be going to the perks, but the perks are also very debatable. I would say it's kind of based on personal preference. So I have Dexterity and Ghost on all my classes. I need to have it. I made a video about Ghost of how important it is for me. I'm not saying everyone, because apparently the one guy in the comments was being a major dickhead and was just like, hey, you're fucking stupid. I'm like, I don't know. It doesn't matter. Well, I use Ghost. I love Ghost. I think it helps me just do so much better, because it doesn't give me away when I'm trying to be in the enemy spawn. Dexterity, extremely important. It's like sleight of hand. You always want to reload quicker, especially me. As I said, I'm always reloading after every kill. It's a habit that is bad, but also good at the same time. Sometimes it hurts me, sometimes it really helps me. I'm not really sure. But then we're going to go into perk 2. Here's where it comes to personal preference. For this class, and like really only this class, I actually like to use Hardline, or you could use Gung Ho, or you could use Scavenger. If you only want to be using this gun, like you'll see in the gameplay, I pick up a plethora of different weapons, and I do good with all of them. But if you want to be using this class setup, which is a very good class setup, I recommend actually Scavenger. I didn't have Scavenger unlocked when I was recording this video, so I would recommend in that perk 2 spot, I would have Scavenger. And then, or you can go Hardline if you want to earn like streaks quicker. Like maybe if you're trying to go for like the 70 challenge in TDM, you definitely want to have Hardline on, but you also want to have like Scavenger. Then you would have to like kind of get rid of Dexterity. That's like a circumstance where you actually like need to switch things around. Like overall, this class is magnificent. I love this class. But also like sometimes I kept switching out between Hardline and Gung Ho. Like because in this game, as I said, you die so quick you want to get first shot. So when I'm constantly like sprinting around, I want to be able to hip fire while sprinting. I use Gung Ho like for all my SMGs. I don't think it's as important with assault rifles because the hip fire is not even as good, so you might not even hit those few opening shots when you're like coming off of sprinting. And with the quick draw, it also helps out where you really don't have to use Gung Ho, because if you have the reflexes, as soon as you see him, you can just start like aiming in immediately and trying to get him. So that's kind of like, as I said, kind of personal preference for you. I think if I was going for like a good game, I guess you could say, I would actually just take off Hardline and put on Scavenger, and then just try to get all my streaks with this gun, because this gun is a very good class setup. Yeah, so that's going to be basically it. This class plays magnificently, as you'll see in the gameplay. I'm just like jumping around, melting people in like 3 to 4 bullets. It's really, this is a great class. I think in my opinion, this is the best AR class setup right now. I'm going to just keep using it. I use this in the HVR. Those are my 2 favorite weapons right now by far. So hope you guys are having a great day. Subscribe if you want to see more Infinite Warfare content. Also comment what you guys want to see from me. If you want to see like some FIFA, I'm definitely going to be bringing a FIFA series back. Probably a series in this game too. And then maybe some MW. I haven't even uploaded an MWR video, so we'll definitely be uploading some MWR, because I haven't been playing it actually. I just haven't been uploading it. I've just been like enjoying it. But hope you guys are having a great day. Goodbye.